Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Billy,
I'm Mira Rubin.
and we're Sustainability Now.
Yes, we are. Actually, Sustainability Now came from a vision of an eco park that was part of an epiphany from a couple years ago. And the eco park is an education and phantasmagorical entertainment sort of center, kind of like a World's Fair for sustainability on the scale of Disney franchises globally, where people can go and learn and experience all different kinds of sustainable technologies and paradigms and practices, and take that information back to their own communities. The whole journey really has been very magical. Yeah. In a lot of different ways. Even the way that Scott and I ended up partnering up with this was kind of magical. So if you want to talk about that.
Sure. We had worked together in the past on other industries and sort of just reconnected out of the blue and found that we had a lot of synergies and were interested in all of the same things, from medicinal mushrooms to zero waste living, and started talking about what we can do to help get the message out there. Sort of an intermediate step rather than trying to focus on the grand scheme of building a eco park. How can we start to build a community online using the tools that we have already at our disposal with websites and social media and podcasts? So we wanted to get everybody together and start to focus on positive messages of people who are doing good things to change the world while actually making a living, so that we can really start to turn the tide of the conversations that are happening away from the doom and gloom and into the solutions. And that's where the podcast Sustainability Now came into play. We wanted to interview people and help tell their stories to help promote what these people were already doing, but also to inspire others to the fact that normal people can do extraordinary things.
And do ongoingly. Yeah. And so what we did was we built the podcast for a bit and then thought, wow, there's so many people doing extraordinary things. How wonderful would it be to share that? So we did on a grander scale. So we did a summit, and we collected 32 people from around the world doing extraordinary things, and did interviews, and we're making that summit material available in all different ways to people because it's just so powerfully valuable. And people have used it to change their lives, to change their communities. And that's really what we're up to, is to empower individuals to know that they can make a difference, and that we're all called to make a difference now, that it's more important, more than it ever has been, and that there really are positive answers, that it's, unfortunately, what we hear is doom and gloom, and we're not so oriented to the solutions. So we are, and we want you to be, and that's what we're sharing. And so far it's been a labor of intense love and out-of-pocket support from us. And
we're currently 100% self-funded, and not drawing any salaries or anything like that, just working to keep the message going out. And our goal right now is to move from a self-funded model to a listener-funded model, similar to public radio or TV. We need you, if you like what we're doing, to help us out and cover the cost of keeping the show alive with the servers and the distribution networks and the equipment that we're paying for to keep it all going. Small contributions are going to enable us to at least break even, so that we're not spending money to keep this content going.
Because that's not sustainable. Like, we've reached kind of the last throes of that at this point.
Right. So that's the goal, is to make sure that we can keep what we're doing going as it is right now, but then moving up to the next level where we get enough surplus income to where we can start to do masterminds and really bring the experts together to talk about how we can make the bigger visions of the eco parks and other things happen, and more in-person meetups and other kinds of collaboration sessions, so that we can really work together to keep things moving forward.
And also part of the vision of this year, at least that's my intention, hopefully, is that we'll be able to be moving toward having sustainability TV. And just imagine programming where we can have a network that is providing education and positive solutions and answers and direction for what we can do to put the world on a better track.
Right.
Yeah. So we have really big vision, and we want you to be part of it. And every little bit is going to help. So we're inviting you to help contribute, whether it's a couple dollars a month or more. Every little bit helps. And we also want your engagement. So we have a Facebook page.
We're on all the social media channels, so follow us there.
Yeah.
And if you look at the different support levels we have below, it ranges from our heartfelt gratitude to other engagement. People giving at higher levels will be involved in our live meetups online, and then
programming,
moving in person. And then one of the other higher levels is if you have somebody that you want us to interview, contributions at higher levels get to pick their own guests for the show. So we really hope you'll check it out and help us keep this thing going.
Thanks. We really appreciate you. Together, we can save the world.